well, quick demo of the queue. So I've got Excel open here. Just go to data from other sources and analysis services, and we'll connect to the database server, which is just named database. You'll see one cube exists. You can open that up. Hit finish. It'll ask. I've already connected to this before, so it's asking for that. And you're just creating a pivot table. So I'm just going to move this to the left. And let's start with account balances. Screw it. So we'll just select our transaction amount. We're going to just simply move company up to the top here, and we're going to move account here. And in about 10 seconds, we've got account balances for the entire group. One thing we can do if we want to, in any case, if we want to just kind of filter things down, the slicer tool is amazing. So we'll just go ahead and select. We go to Options, Insert Slicer, and we'll select our company, and we can hit OK. And I want to see RGB, since that's the one we're most familiar with. And that's about as quick as it gets. That's about as quick as it gets to run a trial balance. Now, let's say we wanted to take a look at project balances, like or division balances. So what we need to do now is find our divisions here. Sorry. Go ahead and select divisions, and we'll see each division. Now, one thing that always comes up, I want to see the difference between the job costing system and my account balance. So to do that, it's pretty straightforward and easy. I'm just going to remove GL account. I'm going to go to division, and actually I'm going to insert a slicer for division here. Where are we? Division. Okay. And so what we've got now is we've got our division. Quick, easy one to check is ED038. This is trumpeter. You can see what's there. From a job costing perspective, we just need to select our project. So we go down to projects. There's hierarchy set up. I can just select that. It should work properly, and it does. So we'll open up. Well, just for the sake of this one, we don't want to select all three. We'll just select the project itself. So we can select project code. We can see the name. Now, real quick, one thing I usually like to do is just view this in tabular form, so just go ahead into design and change that over. We'll remove subtotals for each project. And so basically, that's what we've got. Now we did, while doing this, we caught a little bit of an issue with some of the cost of sales stuff that was going on, and that's why you see such a large balance in unknown. But let's try something else. Let's bring in the GL account. So just drag that down there. And actually, never mind. The unknowns are all the stuff, transactions that happened outside of 1500. We're mostly focused on 1500 here, so we can just drop down and select. Let's just select our 1500 accounts. Whoops. And select all. And we'll select 1500, 1510, 1530, all those accounts. Whoops, not 1600. And hit OK. Another cool thing, you can also insert a slicer for that as well. I didn't even think through that far enough. And you can actually just select multiples. What'll happen is in these slicers, everything that based on the other filters will move to the top here. So there was no balances in 1520 or 1530 or there's only balances there. So just select those three accounts. You can also go and insert a slicer and for things like options, insert slicer, and I want to actually filter by account type. I can do that as well, so I can see just my assets and things like that. So anyways, so now we want to compare that to a job costing system. We know what the WIP balances are, so pretty straightforward. Just select job costing, and I'm going to remove again some of these subtotals. I don't really care about them. I think I don't need to subtotal that. Yeah. So anyways, you can see here quickly, this is everything that was in the 1500 account. You know what? I don't want to remove the filter. I only want to view all accounts. But I can see, you know, this is based on that what's there. These are the unknowns. So these are the things that didn't get thrown in the job costing system. Normally, if you see something in the 1500 accounts that's in here, that's where your problem's going to be. Let's say I just want to select one project. So let's say I go down to village at, village at Trumpeter, and I can just select that one off, and it'll show me just that one project. Now I don't really care. That's a quick and easy way to just kind of see what sort of power this has. I can also go do things like, I don't care about my account, I care about what's job costed. Anyway, so the job costing, the major code system is set up so that you have your header codes, which you can expand and view details on. So if I go to superstructure, I can see this is how much I spent in the project. I can also do this by, actually I can remove company as well because I'm not looking at that anymore. And division. I can do something as simple as, you know what, let's take a look at our lots. So, bring my lots down. This is what I've spent on everything unit by unit. I can do it by shell. So what we've done is given you a dimension that talks about just the building as a whole, and I can actually set that up so it's lot, shell, and then lot. So here's my shell, here's all my individual units, and the aggregate total. And I'm going to remove some of these slicers here. Sorry. Options. Slicer. How do I remove slicers? Yeah. Anyways, I can also do compare, instead of, if I don't want to compare lots, I can, or sorry, yeah, I can still do lots, and then but I can sort it by model, so you're comparing similar models to each other. So we'll go down to model, and remember each of these has, you know, all the fields available. So this is all my Maddox 3plexes. This is all my Maddox 4plex shells, side by side comparison. And yeah, so now I don't really care about transaction. Well, I do care about transaction amounts, but I'm not looking at the lot anymore. Let's say I want to compare. Actually, no. Let's go back. Let's just look at our lot. So I'm looking at our lots, and I only want to view one lot. So again, I can go back, insert a slicer for the lot. And again, it's only going to show the lots within this project because of the project filter that I've introduced here. But let's say I just want to look at this one shell lot, and I'm not going to subtotal anything. But I'm just going to move model down. I can add some model information like, you know, area. There, so 1,540 or 5,490 square feet. Sorry, just got a cut off there. But 5,490 square feet. I can put in things like, you know, number of bedrooms. In this case, nobody defined any bedrooms. So actually, that was me. Yeah, I can do that. Now let's say I only care about, sorry guys, I'm going to remove some of these. And I'm actually just going to move lots down. So I'm just going to move all this stuff down. Model, I don't care about my shell lot anymore. So I've got all of this going on. Now I want to, this is the sum of all my costs. But let's say I wanted to compare that to the lot anchor estimate. So I can do that actually. Select lot anchor estimate. And there's my estimates that were there. A little bit off, won't lie, but it's there. I can also view my revisions, which have none on that lot, and projected amounts, things like that, as long as they're saved in the system, which I doubt they are. Oh, they are. So those are my projected amounts. This should be your total expense at the end of the day. You've got a lot of options, a lot of things to play around with. You can view POs. I can actually go look at as far as individual purchase orders. So all I have to do is drag that down. Query really quickly. No, I actually can only look at, if I'm going to drill down into that much detail, I can only look at purchase orders. So if I go back to our measures at the top, purchase orders, the amounts, and I can see purchase orders. I can go down to purchase orders, and those are all my POs. I have details like what sort of discounts were applied, terms, all that sort of stuff. Who was created by, who was approved by. Right now, from a void perspective, voids are defaulted to. I have to make sure that. Well, if I move it to filter, you'll see that I only have POs that aren't void showing. If you wanted to see the void POs, you could see that. And this is all data that's processed nightly. It takes about 3.5 minutes. It can be run at any time. That's it.